Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. It's my pleasure to bring information to you on a variety of topics that take place right here in our city, and to be able to share information that we think you will be interested in. Today, I'm really excited to be able to share information about a very special initiative that has been a part of our city. In fact, it's become part of the footprint of our city when we start thinking about young people and all the many opportunities that they have to benefit in many ways throughout our community through the support of many donors, partners, and others who have a vested interest in their future. I want to talk today with a couple of individuals who are responsible for that. My good friend Dr. Erica Hobbs is back, and you've been on this broadcast before. Welcome back to Impact.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to have you, and you brought a very special guest, but I'm going to let you introduce your very special guest.
Well, Kenny, thank you. I really am humbled to have my life mate, my wife, my girlfriend. As I was in high school, I would tell my students that I married my girlfriend, and I did about 34 years ago, my wife, Erica, and she has really been the engine behind CAFE, Community Awareness for Youth. And so she's been with me throughout this project, and so we're just so glad that she's going to be here today.
Erica, great to have you here on Impact. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, and you know, I get excited every time we start talking about CAFE because it's really all about the youth. At the end of the day, there's lots of planning, there's lots of thinking, there's lots of strategizing, there are lots of resources, but at the end of the day, CAFE is all about people. And Dr. Hobbs, you referenced Community Awareness for Youth, but tell us a little something about what that is for those two people that don't know what it is.
Well, this was a vision, literally, that God gave me from my own personal experience of growing up in a less than fortunate circumstance where I didn't have a mother and a father. I was raised in an extended family situation by my grandparents. And folks within the community invested in me to get me where I'm at today. Great civic organizations like the YMCA and the Boy Scouts of America invested in me and got me on the right track in life to be successful. So I always told myself that if I ever had the opportunity or the resources to create that type of environment for other kids that may be less fortunate, or just kids that may have a mom and dad at home but really can't find that direction, that traction. And so the idea came to me, Community Awareness for Youth, kind of like Dr. Brown in Back to the Future, although it wasn't the flux capacitor and I didn't get the idea where he got the idea. And then I took that idea to then Chief of Police, Mark Hudson, because I had just joined the police department and we were looking for a way to reach the community. And I presented that to the chief and then Deputy Chief, now Chief Lewis Morris, and they were on board with it. And then we took the idea to the city. In our first year, we were able to raise a couple of $1,000s and we got some food together. We found some food and we got some donors and had over 1,000 folks show up in our 4 pillars of success: health, education, careers, and finances. And then the second year was about 2,000, last year about 3,000, and lo and behold, we're here year 4. And my wife can tell you about all the great sponsors that are here. We've raised close to $20,000. And we're going to give to children an opportunity to get information to become successful as adults, get some school supplies. It's just a great experience, a talent show. All the great organizations going to be here. And then our youth would then see that we care about them and trying to get ahead to be successful.
You know, you move around the community so much and you touch so many different parts of the community. And people are always looking for resources. They're always looking for answers to questions that they have. And to those that may have those answers, it seems like a little thing. Right. To be able to just move through life and be able to go to get certain resources, get certain services, get certain information. But to have all of these things centralized under one roof has to be a very powerful experience for people who don't typically have access to this information, and in the 4 areas that you're talking about, which are critical to quality of life issues for our community. Well,
it's one-stop shopping. They may know that these agencies are there, but we're going to make it easy for them. You come to 2180 Airport Road, 16th of August, 10 to 3 p.m. Every major organization that helps children become successful will be there. Free. Free food, free entry, first 500 kids, book bags, and school supplies in an interactive, fun way. And so then the parents don't have to guess. They can go around, sign up at the booth, then they can network, and that'll resonate with them. And you know, my wife can tell you the many different organizations that are there.
Sure. An example, well, first of all, we have sponsors, many sponsors, and they're usually regular. Some of them, pardon me, looking down a little bit, but we have Huntsville Police Department, of course, this is where it originates from. We have Representative Mike Ball and Laura Hall, Phil Williams, and Lisa Williams, his wife, and they are our major supporters financially.
And that's important,
yes.
you know, to have people who year in, year out,
that's correct,
come to the table once again and say, we believe in this initiative,
yes,
because of the impact that it has on families and communities.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Agree.
Yes. And it's bipartisan. We walk across the aisleway. You know, whatever your religious persuasion is, whatever your lifestyle is, whatever your way of thinking is, everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And see, that's powerful too, because we live in a city that's very diverse, and there are a lot of different interests. And this is an event where, you know, we don't screen people at the fence, at the gate.
No.
Saying, you know, what's your religion, what's your political affiliation, what part of town do you live in, you know, what school do you go to, what kind of education do you have, how much money do you have in the bank. We don't do those kinds of things. We just simply say that because this is a community that cares, and because we're committed to making sure that everyone in the community is touched in a positive way, each one reach one, then we're going to be available to this community in this way for years to come. And I think that's a huge commitment. And a big shout out to those sponsors once again, because, I mean, you could not do this without them. And to know that they have the faith in this process and the dedication and commitment is a huge thing. So thank you to those sponsors.
Yes, definitely. And we do have more. We have ASA, Bicentennial Chapel, huge sponsor. That's where we attend. So they jump on board. They send many volunteers out to help us. Boeing, FBI, CAA, and Redstone Arsenal Community Women's Club, and the Redstone Arsenal Thrift Shop. They also pitch in. Rockwell Technologies, which is BTI, so you might be
new
familiar
sponsor.
with that.
Wow.
Yeah,
BTI.
Yes,
yes.
Great for the new sponsor.
Kroger's and Wendy's, and we could go on and on and on.
Yeah, and see, I love what you're doing, because as I'm listening to this list of this roster, this Hall of Fame of community supporters, I'm not hearing the same industry. I'm hearing a wide range of people who represent a lot of interest.
Yes.
And that's really what this is all about. It's not about touching one part of the community. No. It's about touching all of the community.
Yes.
So that's very good.
We got Chick-fil-A this year because we tell we don't charge anybody for a booth. We don't say you got a gold, platinum, or silver level and great for organization. Here's what we tell folks: if you care about this community, you come out, give what you want to give, come to the main stage. We'll give you a shout out. And oh, by the way, there'll be 3,000 plus folks here for you to network.
Wow.
Free advertisement.
Wow.
The radio stations, the TV stations, the print, they get on board. They give us all that. And we really appreciate our media partners and the many different outlets that you directly control, radio station and TV. And we all have decided that we're going to work together, and under the leadership of our mayor and our chief of police, Chief Morris, and then all the other director heads within the city are on board. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, because I know you're working with Parks and Recreation, and I mean, it's just, of course, the police department's fully on board. You've got all these different branches of the city government that are part of this event, and I'm very happy. Oftentimes when people talk about things, they got a memo or a press release, and they're kind of talking to the guests. But I've been a part of this. I've been inside this process. I've seen it working, and I really believe in it. And I'm just happy to say that I've been there the whole time, watching this process grow, making whatever investment I can and helping people know more about it. And this is just so exciting to see this happening once again. It's something that people are really looking for. And Dr. Hobbs, you said 3,000. That was last year's number. I'm looking for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 or more this year.
Yes, sir.
It could easily happen. And, you know, whatever we run out of, but we won't run out of love and affection.
That's for sure.
For the people that come out. So we can guarantee them that.
That's for sure. And we call Go Day, and I'll let Erica talk about how Go Day starts in the morning when all those sponsors start coming in, and you kind of explain your layout and plan to them.
Yeah, that's right, because see, here's the backstory to what people experience. They don't see all those before the event stuff and the after event kinds of things. So tell us a little bit about how that happens.
Yes, well, after we have all of our vendors in, which we do, by the way, inside vendors we are full. Outside vendors are still available. So if anyone wants to come and bring their tent and table and chairs, they can set up outside. We welcome you. Please come on out. We will assign them where they need to be fitting under each pillar: health, finances, education, and careers. Whichever one they fit under, we will try to place them in that order. Probably by the end of July, we'll have that ready for them. We'll send it out to all those who are going to be vendors. So they'll know where they're going to be before they get there. When they get there, they'll have guidance. Outside vendors, the same. We are max packed inside, and we're getting that way outside. We're just so exciting. It's a huge, it's like a party. A party where you learn a lot and you get a lot of free things. And we want to attract the teens, and I think that really attracts them.
You know, and there's a lot of high energy at this event.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's music, there's fun, there's laughter.
Bands.
There's all kind of stuff happening, and it's like just an amazing experience to be a part of this. I know that people are going to want to come out. It's right at the beginning of the school year, and it kind of connects the bridge between what happened during the summer and then the anticipation of this big new school year starting. And it's just a great event with lots of energy that cannot be accomplished without volunteers.
Oh my gosh.
And I want to talk a little bit about those volunteers. You brought something today with us, and that's a CAFE volunteer. Let's see, let's just find a camera somewhere. Yeah, just point it at the camera. And that CAFE volunteer t-shirt, that's a secret message.
Yes.
That's not so subtle. It's a nice shirt, but we're saying volunteers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Volunteers make this process work. Talk about that process, and then talk about how people can volunteer, because I know you're not telling anybody, stop, we don't need your help.
Oh no, we want you to go to the website, www.huntsvillecafe, spell out Huntsville, CAFY.com. You can volunteer, you can be a vendor, or you can be a sponsor, or you can be a volunteer. And if you're a volunteer, we're going to give you a souvenir. And we do a background check, so we want the parents to know that. We got good citizens out there, and they're going to be out there from sun up to almost sundown. And so we want to give them at least a t-shirt for what they're doing, and to let folks know, the youth know, who is a volunteer in case a child gets lost or in case there's some questions that need to be answered. And our volunteers, what a range. We have the seniors and law enforcement together. Our more mature citizens will volunteer. Our citizens in the prime there, like me and you, they say we're in our prime, sir. I feel like I'm almost a senior citizen. And then we'll have our more junior citizens, and then some high school students as well, watching the inflatables and doing some things, and making sure parking is safe, and our police officers are getting folks across the street safely. But we want our community to know, don't think this is just for an at-risk youth. If you are a youth in today's world, you are at risk.
Wow.
Regardless of how much money comes in that household. Wow. Because there's so many competing interests out there.
That's right.
And we're trying to give them the truth and what it really means to be a good citizen, and get you on your road to the American dream. Because as corny as it sounds, I want to spark people to want to live the American dream.
Yeah, wow. And boy, however corny it sounds, it's the truth. And the reality is that this is exactly what this is all about. It's all about investing in the future of our young people today.
That's right.
And I love what you said about, that's just a whole nother discussion, but let's just a little bit more on that. How this is not about identifying the youth that's having problems, or the youth that's in trouble, or youth that's failing in school. This is for youth, whoever you might be, because all youth are vulnerable. Right. All youth are at risk. It's not just the stereotypical home or environment that says that a child may have some challenges. And so this event speaks to all people. Not only that, but we've got this huge network of volunteers. We've got these great sponsors that come on board. You got a great team that actually plans this event. But now you've got this big opportunity to create a network.
Yes.
And that old saying that it takes a village to raise a child, and a little money too and support, becomes a reality in people's lives. And so this is an amazing experience that people in Huntsville should realize and be a part of.
I don't know how you can not be a part of it. And if August the 16th, if you aren't doing anything and you just want to come by for a free lunch, listen to a little music, see how diverse the city is, come on by. Of course, our target markets, 7th through the 12th grade, homeschooled or traditional. you know, 12 to 18, but it's 1 to 99. Grandma and grandpa can come out. Little child can come out, get an inflatable. It's a family event because a family created it. Our children are grown, and thank God a lot of folks helped our kids become successful. But my wife and I, we feel that our job now is to continue to throw out the net of goodness to other children so they can have a chance at being successful. Yeah.
Yes. You know, Eric, I want to ask you this question because oftentimes when people have ideas, I should make it more specific, you know, because as a man, I have a lot of projects that I work on. And one of the most gratifying things is when I have my wife with me, supporting me through that initiative and getting through it. It must be very satisfying to be able to work with Harry and be able to put this process together and share it with the community because it is a team at work. Even though oftentimes Harry's the face of the process, he always acknowledges you, always recognizes you, and when I go to meetings, you're always by his side. Talk about that process and how does that make you feel to be engaged in a community service with your husband of
34 years.
34 years.
Yes. It's wonderful. It's a vision that I know that he was given, that he shared with me as well as with the team, and it's a vision that we believe in, and that's why the team is so strong. And I am overjoyed to join him in that mission and that team, and we've done this in many different areas in life, but I believe in it too, and if I didn't, it would be difficult to follow.
Right.
But because I believe in it, I know it is real, I know it works, even, you know, testimony in his own life and other lives of other children that we've known who have grown up, it works. The village concept works. I believe in it full-heartedly and am excited to continue to work it.
Yeah, well, this is great. This is really great. Let's tell people again, it's CAFE, that's Community Awareness for Youth. This is the 4th year that it's happening.
4th annual.
The 4th annual, I mean, and we can see 8th, 10th, 15th, 20th, the 25th year.
I know we're not the Miami Heat, but I expect multiple years to come.
Oh, this is a community dynasty for sure. There's no question about that. This is really exciting to hear about this and be a part of this. And like I said earlier, if people have not heard about it, this is your chance to be a part of it.
Yes.
The cost is
free.
Free.
Free, absolutely.
First 500 kids get free book bags with school supplies.
Loaded with stuff.
Loaded with stuff. You know, Salvation Army's locking arms with us. Nacy's is locking arms with us. And, of course, our donors that have given us money. And free entry, free food. And there's a talent show. Madison County's Got Talent. The top 3 winners will win some cash, some giveaways, some trophies. And then our Young Citizen of the Year will be crowned as well. That's that monthly event that you're a part of too, where we try to recognize a young person doing great things to inspire other youth in our community. I tell you what, it's going to be on like a chicken bone. If anybody that wants to have a happening place to go to Saturday, August the 16th, at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 2180 Airport Road, OJC's building and fairgrounds, you need to come out there. You can also meet the mayor, city council folks, local legislators, local legends like John Stallworth will be out there and visiting back and forth. Our different mayors will be out there. And some children, they may not ever meet some of these influential people in our city, but if you go there, you'll meet them and get to shake their hands, take pictures with them. And, you know, one of the things that happened to me was I met someone that was very influential as a little kid. And just to have that 2 or 3 minutes with them changed me. And I'm here to tell you that lives are going to be changed.
Yeah, wow. And at this event, there are no big I's and no little U's. Everybody is, like you said, is the same. It's amazing the people that you get to rub shoulders with that day and see and experience. Everybody's just out trying to help everyone else and be a positive influence to everybody else. It is one of the most happiest, most dynamic, most positive and energized places on the planet.
Yes, sir.
On that day.
Yes, sir.
And people that come out and be a part of that will experience that. I want to get back for a moment to the talent show because, you know, this is a very, very talented community. Our young people are extremely gifted.
Yes, they are.
And I'm just in awe whenever I see our young people perform in so many different arenas. And I'm thinking, wow, how gifted they are. This is their chance to turn it out, isn't it?
It really is. Come on to the stage. You're going to have a live, large audience. You're going to have celebrities. Local celebrities will be the talent show judges. We have representatives from the newspaper, from every local TV station affiliate, and some of the local radio stations. DJs will be out there. And so they want to give back and be a part of it. So, you know, I thought, yeah, I'll get them on board, you know. But I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of talent out there. It really is. And so we're so excited. And then I heard there might be somebody leading in a dance contest. And so if you think you can dance, come on out and test me. You know, it's an opportunity to show young folks that folks in very serious positions and jobs like we have at times, very somber positions, that we can let our hair down and we're real people too.
That's right.
And that's the only way you can build relationships with this generation that we have. They got to see you have fun as well as be serious.
Yeah, I like that because that is exactly right. I mean, there's a connection that occurs there because you do see people who have various positions in the city who are just out having a good time, like I said earlier. And Dr. Hobbs, for those that don't know and have not been there, will set the pace. For sure. Absolutely, undeniably, he will set the pace. That's all I'm going to say right now, but he's going to set the pace as he's done in years past. So if you follow his lead, you cannot go wrong in this event. This is really a really cool event, really, really cool. And again, let's give people information about where they can get information about the talent show, the event, and all that other good stuff that's happening with this.
Again, the easiest way is to go online, visit us at www.cafy, spell out Huntsville.com. Real easy. And you could choose between being a sponsor, a vendor. If you want to, you'll see an icon that'll say Madison County's Got Talent. Just click on that, and there you can register. You'll have all the rules there for you and exactly how what the process will be, what the requirements are in order to compete. What else is there, Harry?
Well, and you probably heard me earlier say Huntsville Cafe because it comes up both. We're #1 hit. You put CAFY, it's going to come up.
It does. It'll come up either way.
But just, you know, lock the date down. 16th of August, third Saturday of August, annually on the Chamber of Commerce calendar, Mayor Trulock, Mayor Battle, and Mayor Triana, Mayor Cottle. Everyone's invited. Their communities know about 16 August. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., but we want the kids in line at 9:30 so they can get their book bags. And just, you know, come on out and see what this city has to offer. And I tell you, you'll get the bug to want to be a part of CAFE.
Yeah, and I bet people that come out, I know this has happened year in and year out, people that come out walk away saying, gee, I just didn't know that Huntsville had so much.
That's correct.
That's true.
They might have had an idea that there were some good things going on, but they'll walk away saying, I had no idea that these many resources were available in every aspect of life, so that if I want to walk away from this experience feeling or believing that I can have hope, that I can have something beyond my circumstances, that I can have the connection to things that are going to improve the quality of my life, CAFE is a great place to show up. And again, I think the date is August the 16th.
August 16th.
I think it's free.
Free.
I think it starts at 10 o'clock and ends at 3.
It ends at 3, but be in line early.
But be in line at 9:30 for the book packs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think I've been listening.
Yes, sir.
To this process because it's such a wonderful thing, and I just love the fact that it's going on. Again, people can come out as families, which we certainly encourage them to do. Make it a date.
Yes, please.
For your family to come on out for that. And, you know, you mentioned the Citizen of the Month also, and I just want to give a quick plug for that. You launched an initiative earlier this year to identify a young person who's doing something meaningful in the community, and that process has kind of taken off.
It has. One of our sponsors, 99.1 and DynCorp International, they're on board. Just go to mystar99.com and you can go ahead and nominate someone. There's a couple of data fields. And what we're finding is this is a wonderful opportunity for someone to recognize a young person in the community. Put them in, go through the process, win or lose, at least it shows that they care. Somebody's watching you. And the ones that win get to meet the mayor, get to represent their community, and it's been so diverse. And it's worked out better than we thought it could ever work out because we're a diverse community.
Yeah, wow.
And so we're very excited about that because when you let a young person know you care about them, those words carry a positive you know, prophecy, you know, fulfillment into their lives. And if we speak goodness into these young kids, they'll do what's right.
Yeah, boy, it's August 16th, once again. It's the Community Awareness for Youth event. It takes place at John Hunt Park.
Yes, sir.
Kicks off at 10 o'clock. We want the kids in line at 9:30 for their book packs.
Yes.
I want to thank Dr. Harry Hobbs, Erica Hobbs, his partner, his wife, his girlfriend, his co-coordinator.
That's right.
And thank you both for being here today and sharing all this great information. We really appreciate all the work that you're doing to make this community a better place.
And thank you, Kenny, for allowing us to talk to the community, because you have such a megaphone in the community, and thank you for what you do, sir.
Yes,
thank you
absolutely.
so much. And thank you for, there it is, that Cafe we want you to volunteer. Get online, Cafe Huntsville or Huntsville Cafe, which one?
Either one.
Either one, because it's going to come right up to the top.
Exactly.
CAFY, Cafe Volunteer.
Right.
Thank you for being a part of our broadcast, and we hope that you'll join us for our next edition of Impact. I'm Kenny Anderson, as always. We'll talk to you soon.